What's going on, man? Steve Boogie Brown here, Fishing Tournament Report, here with Eagle Claw, man. I ran into Adam. They got a ton of new stuff here at Trokar and Eagle Claw, man. Adam, I mean, you know, we've gone over, flipping hooks, shaky heads. You got everything, man.
Yeah.
Let's go over a little bit of product, man.
Sure, you bet. Yeah, we can roll right into. This year we came out our popular Trokar hook. We wanted to incorporate that into some terminal jigs. So this year we've launched those jigs, and we've got some pretty cool styles that we're pretty proud of. All of them are going to be built around a custom Trokar point hook. So right here in my hand is going to be our Shell Buster jig. This model is the 1/2 ounce featured in a green pumpkin. One of the cool things you'll automatically see pop out on this jig is we've got our molded keeper that we feature on our flipping hooks. We've incorporated that into our jigs. So any of you that have had success with our flipping hook know how good that keeper is at holding a bait in place.
Man, I tell you what, and that's really important to me, as a soft plastic angler, especially down here in Florida, man, to have that keeper on there, to really know, hey, that worm's going to stay on there. I don't have to readjust it every time. That's pretty awesome. I noticed, man, I noticed you got a really big head on that. It's creating a big cloud when you're hitting down on that shell bar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How much research did you guys go into that? I mean, obviously you did quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, you'll notice, we took a football style head, and then we've got the flat bottom. The cool thing about that, if we pop this out of the package, is once you let that bait set, it's going to stand up straight, versus a round jig will tend to want to roll on its side and lay flat on the bottom. This will help keep that presentation.
Look how far that. I mean, that stands up pretty. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically throwing that fish. It's putting that bait in front of right in front of the fish's mouth, man.
Exactly. And the other thing you're going to notice on this jig is and this has been growing with popularity since we've started using what we call our Pro V bend. You'll notice that deep bend in that hook right there. It does two things that's really good for this. When you're using bulkier soft plastics, you're going to see an increased gap from the point to the shank of the hook, so that allows that bait to travel and pinch down, allowing you to have a better hook set. And once the Trokar point does its job, that fish is locked in there. It have a lot harder time throwing a hook on a bend like this versus some of the round bends where you got, that fish will start moving a little bit. It doesn't get to travel with that bite on the bend like that.
Nice. That's absolutely awesome, man. But we got some other stuff over here, man. I noticed you got a Pro V and a little shaky head.
Yep.
We also got. Man, you got a toad hook this year.
Got a toad hook this year.
I mean, everybody throws a frog. Everybody throws a frog. I don't care where you're at. Everybody throws a frog, especially down here in Florida.
Exactly.
Show me that toad hook, man.
Yeah. So we work with our pro staff on this design pretty long and hard. The feedback we were getting from guys like you and Scott Martin. The hook had too much flex in it before. The guys were trying to maybe incorporate a swim bait hook to throw a frog, or even like a Big Easy or your smaller profile swim baits.
Yeah.
We beefed this hook up and went with a flipping hook diameter to really reduce the amount of flex you had, because you guys are throwing this on probably heavy rods, I assume.
Heavy rods. We're down at Okeechobee. We're throwing it in heavy mats, man. So a heavier wire hook is absolutely phenomenal for us. Of course, we're Florida. Go big, go home, man. I mean, we're doing stuff big down here, so bigger the better for us.
Exactly. And we kind of got a unique belly weight design on this hook as well. You'll see it's choked down in the front and kind of flares out. And the idea behind that, as you're fishing through vegetation, it should be able to push through that and then flare that grass out. And that'll actually probably help to trigger some reaction strikes as stuff's moving around. It makes a little bit of commotion. It kicks and rolls, and you get a nice shimmy with that frog too when you're using this hook.
Very nice, man. Very nice. Now, we were talking about thicker wire stuff. I know you got Monster Flip here.
Got the Monster Flipping hook. And that's for you guys down in Florida too. That's kind of where that started.
So you guys went to a thicker gauge wire than the TK130. You can go the thicker on that for Florida guys, man. I'm stoked about this. Like you were saying, we're fishing heavy mats. I know it's not just here, but Guntersville, a lot of places in the southeast, south, even in Cali, with big kelp beds and stuff like that. So you're allowing it to give us less flex and to stick that fish a little harder.
Exactly.
And keep it
You guys are using braid, the heavy rods. You want to get that fish up and out of there as fast as you can, so we created a hook to do the job for that.
Nice. Adam, man, I really want to thank you, dude. I appreciate everything you guys put into Eagle Claw and Trokar, man. I tell you what, man, if you haven't seen any of this stuff, get to your local tackle stores. Look at some of the products that we talked over today. It's really going to help you guys out, man. Eagle Claw, Trokar, ICAST 2016.